am having, Mac.
The second Super Mario Bros. Trailer has just released, and in today's video we're going to go through everything you may have missed in it. So, without further ado,
let's go.
The trailer begins with Mario amping himself up as he enters a giant coliseum, and at first glance I thought these were toads as they began to chant Mario's name, but instead they're actually Kongs. In this Coliseum, Mario prepares for a fight against Donkey Kong, and this is an iconic battle as we even see there's an iconic setup that's supposed to resemble the original Donkey Kong game released in 1981. I'm pretty sure this is also intentional, but the tire swing that we see here in this photo as well also reminds me a bit of the tire swing that's found in Donkey Kong's treehouse, not to mention the doors in which Mario and DK both enter, and the doors in the background also resemble something straight out of the Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze games, as well as Donkey Kong Country. As I said earlier, we hear audio in the background of these fans supposedly chanting Mario's name, but I don't think that's actually the case here. As I said earlier, the audience is filled with Kong members, and a bunch of them appear to be holding DK signs, so I doubt they'd be chanting Mario's name if DK's repping their hometown here. The Coliseum truly is a huge version of Where's Waldo as you try to identify every single Kong possible here. However, a lot of them can be pretty hard to make out. But on the bright side, we do have an official release of DK's character poster, and in the background we can see Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, and several other Kong family members. Back to the trailer, we can see DK and Mario begin to fight, and DK's running animation reminds me a lot of King K. Rool's reveal trailer for Super Smash Bros, where he did the exact same run. I'm not sure if this is just a DK trend or this is how he normally moves, but it really did hit home here. Speaking of Smash Bros, Mario jumps up and does his forward air, which reminds me a lot of his Smash animation where he does his spike, and I'm sure this was definitely intentional here, but in this case it ultimately fails. Going back for a second, we can see Toad and Peach are spectating Mario in his fight against DK, which leads me to believe that the three of them are actually on a quest to probably go find and take down Bowser, and in this quest, perhaps they're trying to recruit DK. Anyway, DK takes down Mario, and we see Cranky, Peach, and Toad watch in disgust, while Cranky seems not so surprised as he enjoys himself with a banana.
Bananas.
But anyway, I think I might be taking things a little too far here, but the chair that Peach is sitting in kind of reminds me eerily of the Tiki Tak tribe found in Donkey Kong Country Returns. And their color scheme often was the red and the blue, especially the leader of the Tiki Tak tribe. Either way, in the next scene, we see Luigi get dragged in, which is probably by the power of Kamek, as he used his wand earlier in the first trailer to kind of lift others at will, and he does the same thing with Luigi, having him glide in to meet face to face with Bowser. In the next shot, we get a beautiful look at Bowser's ship, I believe, and a great look at all of his minions at his disposal. As we see here, we see Koopas, Goombas, Shy Guys, and so much more, including Piranha Plants. I also think it's worth noticing that the green Koopa Troopas you see in this trailer are showcased fooling around kind of a lot, and I think that's really supposed to pretty much drive home that these are basically your cannon fodder soldiers. These are the ones that really aren't that focused and are a little afraid of what's in front of them, and I think this shows really well for the games too, because if you notice, the green Koopa Troopas normally just walk right off the edge if they meet an end of a cliff, but the red Koopa Troopas turn around and go back to where they originally were. Even here in this trailer, the red Koopas look a bit more focused than the green ones ever could. Going back to the encounter between Bowser and Luigi, we see Bowser basically try to pry information out of Luigi on the whereabouts of the red-hatted plumber, our hero, Mario. And we even get a quick little scene of Mario fixing a sink and doing what he does best, plumbing. Also showcasing the closeness of their brothers and their time spent in their hometown. Quick little side note, I gotta feel bad for Luigi because I feel like he's having the worst time out of everyone else in this entire trailer. Dude seems to be endlessly murked by Bowser, and that's all we really get to see of him. The next scene has Bowser's giant castle ship thing approach the Mushroom Kingdom castle, and inside we get a look at Princess Peach trying to arm and warn her troops to get ready for Bowser's arrival. And we're even presented with a wonderful map of the Mushroom Kingdom, or all of the land surrounding it. Here to the left with the Sand Kingdom we have Sarasa Land. Of course, down towards the bottom we have the Mushroom Kingdom. To the right we have Yoshi's Island. Above that I believe was supposed to be the Ice Kingdom in which the penguins lived in, which was most recently just destroyed by Bowser. At the top is Bowser's kingdom, I believe, or this lava kingdom of some kind. Perhaps it's the kingdom that Luigi finds himself in the previous trailer. And in the middle, we have DK Island. Peach is rallying her troops to go ahead and get ready to fight against Bowser, but she is not going to sit idly by while they do so. She is going to go out there and fight for herself, even if others won't stand up against them for her. This is in no way a new characterization for Princess Peach, as she's been written like this before, most notably in the Super Mario Adventures comic. I really gotta say, I love when Peach is written this way. It makes her less of a damsel in distress, and more so someone who just needs help from time to time, which I think is really awesome. Not to mention, she's also wearing the tracksuit that she wears sometimes in Mario Kart when you're riding on a motorcycle. Very cool. Also, I found it interesting how some Toads have distinct designs, setting themselves apart from other Toads, like some wearing bow ties or glasses or something else. Sure, not all of them are uniquely distinct, but I found this to be very interesting in the least. Also, perhaps it's worth noting that the ones who are uniquely designed and set apart from other Toads may have a more prominent role in the movie than those who kind of look the same. Moving on, we get a legendary training montage where Peach is probably putting Mario through the ringer to prepare him for the quest against Bowser. And here we see some fake piranha plants that look like they're made of metal, and also some bullet bills that also look handmade. You see, this whole setup here reminds me of something straight out of Super Mario Maker, and perhaps this is something that the kingdom has whipped up to prepare people to fight against Bowser and even get stronger. I would not be surprised if this was the case, considering how this movie seems to love to reference just about every piece of Mario media it possibly can in any way possible. Also, it's worth mentioning that this is likely just going to be Mario's origin story. As we can see here, a lot of things seem to be freaking Mario out, or he's completely, new to this whole adventuring thing. So when it comes to fighting DK, or even just trying to parkour off these platforms, he doesn't really seem to understand how to do most of it. So Peach will likely be showing him the ropes throughout the entirety of the movie until likely the very end. I can imagine his countless failures seeming to add to Peach's frustration. In the next scene, Mario has an encounter with what seems to be a harmless Cheep, and even Peach has to provide assistance, with Toad walking merrily on his way. I might be doing a bit of a reach here, but this particular scene where Mario, Peach, and Toad are walking on this bridge, and Cheep are just jumping up whenever they want to, with these giant pillars in the background, reminds me a lot of World 4 of New Super Mario Bros. Wii. It could be just about any water or tropical world in the Mario series, but this was the first one that came to mind. This next scene has Mario flying around in a Tanuki suit, and I believe that this is going to be an epic battle against Bowser's castle or kingdom, as we can even see a bit of the Bowser airship in the background and a bonsai build chasing Mario. Huge blink and you'll miss it kind of moment, but I feel like the garden surrounding Peach's castle reminded me a lot of the game Mario Super Sluggers. In this game, if you play the adventure mode, Peach's garden looks very similar to how it looks here in the movie. Again, this could end up being a huge reach, but I really don't think so. In the next scene, we get a look of how the power-ups actually work in the movie, where all you have to do is just touch them and you get the powers, although the power-up does not disappear on its own. In this area, there appears to be a kingdom with only fire flowers surrounding the three heroes here, and I gotta say, it looks gorgeous. The same goes for the next shot where it's Mario, Peach, and Toad in this kingdom where it's like a lot of tall rocks and clouds. And I really couldn't pinpoint a specific cloud kingdom here because there are a lot of cloud kingdoms that kind of look the same in the Mario Bros. Series. So if there is one that you think really resonates with you in this scene, let me know in the comment section down below. Actually, scratch that. While I'm editing this video, I'm realizing that it could be Rock Candy Mine's World 6 from New Super Mario Bros. U. I think that's right, but let me know anyway in the comment section down below if you disagree. In the next scene, we get a look at Yoshi Island, and I gotta say, once again, man, the visuals in this movie look absolutely insane. We see a pink Yoshi, a black Yoshi, a red Yoshi, a light blue one, a yellow, and I mean, I think I got all the colors here, but there might be even more. All of them appear to be running away from something except for this little pink Yoshi in the front who seems to have just caught a glimpse of something absolutely terrifying, and perhaps that could be Bowser's army landing an attack on them. The next scene I predict is likely probably earlier in the movie where Mario and Luigi first get separated. Mario and Luigi are falling down some sort of magical wormhole, and I think this is going to lead them to the Mushroom Kingdom, as in one frame, there's something that resembles a warp pipe at the end of this journey, and we can see two of them, so perhaps they end up separated by, going into different warp pipes. And we see here, Luigi's also carrying the plumbing gear that we saw earlier in the trailer, so perhaps Mario and Luigi fell down a magical warp pipe in Brooklyn or New Donk City or whatever it may be, and end up in two separate destinations. This would ultimately explain why Mario and Luigi really don't have that much screen time in any of the trailers we've seen thus far, and if they do, it's probably at the beginning of the movie only. The final scene that we see here in this trailer is Mario Kart Rainbow Road with so many Mario characters. Truly one of the most amazing moments of this trailer because there are so many characters here that you just would not expect to see and can easily miss. Like for example, Funky Kong right behind Mario here, or Kiddy Kong to the far left. I have no idea where this would possibly take place in this movie, but it appears like it might be somewhere towards the end, as at this point Mario has a cart officially made for him and is buddy-buddy with all the Kongs. As for one final reference I was able to spot in this trailer, I see the little blue drifting dash thing underneath Mario's tire, which appears in the Mario Kart games whenever you want to drift. I noticed this small little detail and was kind of blown away just by how well this movie seems to be paying attention to detail. It's truly amazing. But that said, that was just about everything I could catch on my own in the Mario Bros. Movie second trailer. If there was anything I missed, let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you guys' thoughts are. Also, on your thoughts on the trailer as well. What did you guys think? Did you think this was an amazing trailer, or do you think they could have done better? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to see what you guys have to say. Also, while you're at it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe on the video if you enjoyed it. It goes a super long way, and I would really appreciate it. That said, thank you all again so much for watching. This is Sonic signing out. Have a super blessed day, y'all.
Why are you playing that trash?